four of them. It turned out to be silent. There was like internet outage. I was talking about, I don't know, I had car repair, had engine check light a few days ago, and it was better. Long story short, I fixed it myself. It was a, what do you call it, ignition coil. Some of these Toyotas, you don't have like one ignition coil that connects to all the spark plugs. It's like one of each. It's like a V, was a four cylinder. Not much of a story. These four videos I try to do, and they turned out no sound. I hope the sound is turned on this time. I am live. Turn down the light a little bit. Better position on screen. It's a lot better. It was such a disaster yesterday. I don't know. So, I am live. I did a video earlier today. It's today today is today's Wednesday going to Wednesday. It's late night Tuesday going into Wednesday. Technically is Wednesday. Still Tuesday in California Pacific time. Yo. So I don't know. Yesterday, last day was just chaotic. Had issues with my car on Sunday. I wanted to do some orders, food deliveries, and it's bonuses. It was like, oh, I can make a lot. Now my car doesn't work. So I troubleshoot it Monday. I had a mechanic double check, make sure it's ignition coils, because I can replace it myself. I know a couple honest mechanics in my area. Yeah, it's just been getting warm. It's been getting warm here. I was trying to talk about LA fires yesterday, a lot of other things, and showing off my books. I don't know. I tried to read an Andy Warhol thing. Everything was mute. Everything went mute. What a disaster yesterday. Internet went out. I'd use my phone. So, Link Master Yo is back. I know the sound's better. Broadcasting live. And then when I turn this off, it probably replay will come sometime in the evening. I'll set it for like, I don't know, maybe 6 o'clock in the evening. I'll set the replay, schedule it or so, figure this out. I have Patreon. It's just one of those days. It's a new moon, right? It's going to be a new moon peak this afternoon. Yo. So, here's some interesting books I have. Nasty People. Nasty People, so many books. I have Sherlock Holmes book right here. Showing off books. What else do I have? Yo. Andy Warhol Diaries. Let's talk about the title. Turkey and Hershey's hot syrup makes me go sleep. Best of all, Hershey's hot chocolate puts me asleep in like 1 hour. I discovered that when I was in Ann Arbor driving to a gas station. Get some hot chocolate. It's very cold. It was like a few years ago. I was doing grocery delivery and I drank it. And when I was coming back to the center part of Lansing, center part Michigan, I just rather say, took me an hour to get there. Less than an hour, of course. And I just felt almost tired, like wanting to go sleep. What is it with turkey? Sometimes milk puts me asleep. I always avoid cereal because it puts me asleep. Melatonin. What is it called? Melatonin? Puts people to sleep. Some of those like turkey. I never eat turkey during the day because it gets me tired. I love turkey sandwiches. I go Panera, get turkey and bacon. Panera is a really good place to go to. Panera. The bread is so natural. If you buy bread from Panera, organic stuff, there's a thing about organic, it's really good for you. The bad thing about organic is like organic milk, you open it, it go don't look at the date. It goes bad like 5 days later because it has no preservatives. Meats that are organic, you better eat it right away. Make sure it's if you open, make sure it's safe to eat because it goes bad. Like organic food. I have some vegetarian friends, vegan friends. They would hate me if I talk about meat. I talk about eating. I watch like a off-grid person and some people the other day, and they say eating black bear is more nutritious because black bears eat both. They're both carnivores and carnivore and vegetarian, and you get all the nutrients. And this one guy says eating moose was like blend these outdoor people, those outdoor off-grid people in Canada. It was like Canadians being interviewed how they live off-grid. They build things from scratch, off-grid homes. It's interesting, but what they some of them eat. Yeah, turkey. Turkey gets me sleepy. Very, very sleepy. I got some ideas of topics. This one guy I know used to hang out Fountain Square. He works at a certain place. He gave me advice to talk about stuff. I'm gonna save the other list for another day. Yeah, this it was like internet outage, and when I try rebroadcast, I watch it. I'm just gonna wait to look over it, not let it go public right away till I look at it. Yo. All I can say is yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, yo, yo. I had trouble with the angles of the camera too yesterday. Yesterday was just so bizarre. It was a terrible blog. I'm just gonna make this blog pretty short because I want to go to bed. Yes, weather. I need to get a duster to dust off stuff. You store stuff, leave it in a place, and it gets all dusty. Even though you keep stuff clean, but on top of the bookshelves, I have a bunch of books everywhere. Really interesting books. I no, I don't read them, but I will read them in the future. I buy books to read. It may not be right away, it may be years to come. I buy all these books. Look, all these books. I hope. Anyway, I'll be back in a second. Make sure I don't have a mute button on. Just be a second. I hope I am live. I hope I'm broadcasting live. Otherwise, I'll make it pre-recorded. Comes in a lot better. So I have Patreon. Every little bit helps. I have my light on. Oh my gosh. How do I look? Let me look up there. I hope I look, I don't know, lighting can make people look different. Yo. So I'm blinding myself looking at this light. There. Here's another book I have. yet to read. Trying to set up stuff. This is a good one right here. Let's see what it says. 12 rules of clear interaction, tone of voice, bold and more persuasive, body language. People are trained to do this. Some people are trained like to do this, like attorneys or prosecutors take theater, or negotiators, or I don't even know why there are books. I also took public speaking class, so yeah, be aware how you, not just when you talk in front of people or you perform, it's like you have to be aware of what your facial expressions are, where you're at in the screen. It's pretty much part of acting, part of directing. You gotta show actors how they function. I only did short films, not many. I know for a fact when you work with people who are trained and went to school for theater or acting, you gotta know if they're television actors or theater actors. I know what to expect. It would drive, if you put like a theater actor into movies or television, it's like hard for them because they don't have to act with their body, they act with their face more. If you're in theater acting, try not to eat turkey before you do rehearsals or you fall asleep, or Hershey's hot chocolate. Well, if you're in theater and acting, you not only act for the audience in the front, you also have to make an audience in the way in the back, third row, top balcony, so they would understand what's going on in the theater. It's so much method and madness. I don't know. It's so many books. I don't know who wrote this temporarily, but it's like a Dale Carnegie of acting. I do have the book. Let me go get it. Well, it was a library book. It was a library book, but think I turned that in a while ago. Thought I had it. I got some overdue books. There. Method Madness is a really handy book for theater people. It just looks like a plain black book without a cover. Method and Madness. Huh. There's many things about Method and Madness. It's it's a I'll tell you what it is. It's a style of acting that emphasizes deeply inhabit of a character emotion psychology. Sometimes you sometimes to the point where it can be seen as bordering on madness due to intense emotional com- complement required, potentially blurring the lines between the actor's real life and their role on stage. But who wrote the book? That's what I'm trying to say. Who wrote the book? Foster. Strange, I cannot find that book. Thomas. Yes, Robert Lewis. Robert Lewis wrote the book, Method and Madness. This is the book. And it's a well known book. And there is a small university with a Robert Lewis Award. And it's in Ohio, Kent State University. Can't read, can't write, Kent State. Yo. It's a lot of black squirrels, and they all came from Michigan State. Those black squirrels in Kent State University. Is there one Robert Lewis Award? Robert Lewis Award. Theater. He was a well known theater director and acting teacher who involved with Actors Studios and Yale School of Drama. He's a proponent of Cernesky system of acting, also known as method. Tony Award, of course. I don't know if Robert Lewis was the one who originally wrote it, but I could have sworn I learned that in school. Strange, huh? He was a method actor, directed Broadway plays, of course. Head acting, head of acting and directing department. I'm now curious who wrote Method and Madness now? Who wrote Method and Madness? Yeah, founder. Title of lecture. Look this up. There's a lot of meanings of Method and Madness. But that's not the title of it, but Hershey's chocolate syrup puts me Hershey's hot chocolate puts me asleep. I hadn't drank it. It's hard to find a gas station that has Hershey's hot chocolate, but Marathon gas stations, a lot of them do. But however, I just don't really need it these days. I used to drink it a lot. I just wanted to find a subject to talk about today, pretty much. Yo, yo. I did work a little bit today, mostly Tuesdays. Usually I don't broadcast Tuesday, but however, my everything with my broadcasting didn't turn out good. So yesterday, I had 4 shorts. I was gonna put all the shorts together. It was just so awful. Trying to adjust the camera, talk about, say yo a lot. I was just really tired. I do push myself self to broadcast. Let's read to Andy Warhol. A short one. Saturday, December. Yeah, he has a diary that goes from 1976 to the time of his death, I guess. He was in one music video I know, an old music video from the 80s band The Cars called Hello Again. He plays as a bartender. I thought it was a guy who played Lurch for a second from Addams Family, but it doesn't look like Lurch. He kind of looked like it. I was like very young. I was kind of young. So let me find something really short. How about October 12th? October 12th, 1979. Friday, October 12th. Let me look. It was raining. Another awful day. Michael Zervin. Z-Dub. Oh my God, I need glasses. I think the bright light made me. Zivain. Zervan. Michael Zervan called in the morning, asked me to come up and sign some of my space fruit. I walked up a mansion to his place. Henry Post called. I talked to him, but I was afraid he was taping me, so I didn't say anything anyway. Huh, someone actually tapes him talking. Must be trying to record his voice for artistic reasons, but I don't know. This is 1979. He sent me an article, wrote on Qualad Dude of it's QAALUDES. What's the word? How do you say it? I'm gonna find out how to spell it. For New York, he's still out to get Steve Ramble. Let me pronounce this word. This is a word I never seen before. QUAALU. It's a drug. It's a name of a drug. He wrote on Krilladude. Krilladude. How do you say the word? I want to look for how you say it. It's a type of drug. Something named Warhol. He wrote it. So, who wrote that? Space Fruit. Henry Post talked. He wrote about Krilladude. Yeah, these people from the 1970s took a lot. These artists took a lot of drugs, I guess. Of the 1970s. Who knows? Let me just find something else. How do you say that word? How do you pronounce it? There.
Quaalude.
It's Quaaludes. It's Quaaludes. Here it goes. Let me read this article again. Andy Warhol diary. It was raining. Another awful day. Mike Zervani, I don't even know how to pronounce it, Vani, called in the morning and asked to come up and sign some of my space fruit. So I walked up to the mansion to his place. Henry Post called and I talked to him. I was afraid he was taping me, so I didn't say anything. This is words of Andy Warhol, 1979, diary of Andy Warhol. He's right, Henry Post. He sent me an article he wrote on Quaalude for New York, maybe New York Times. He was probably writing for. He still is out to get Steve Wimble. Let me read another thing of Andy Warhol diaries. This is interesting. Monday, October 22nd, 1979. Priscilla Presley came up to the office and we interviewed her. Her boyfriend was with her, Michael Edwards. This is after Elvis's death, of course. This is 1979. Michael Edwards, the model, she admitted she never had caviar in all her years with Elvis because he hated fish. That's Elvis Presley, of course, and would have thrown her out of house if he ever saw her eating any fit and eating any. So Elvis Presley does not like fish. Let me read. I don't know. Read this again. No, I'll just continue. It's very short. God, what a beauty. Let's see. Let me read this article again. Priscilla. Let's see. This is article once again. Oh my gosh. This is Priscilla Presley from Andy Warhol Diaries. On paragraph on. This is a year after Elvis died, of course. Priscilla Presley came up to the office and we interviewed her. Her boyfriend was with her, Michael Edwards, the model. She admitted she never had caviar in all the years with Elvis because he hated fish and would have her thrown out of the house if he saw her eating any. God, what a beauty. I wonder if she had her nose fixed, though. It, talking about Elvis Presley, I mean, not Elvis Presley, Priscilla Presley. It looked like a little wider than in her earlier pictures you see of her. Andy Warhol wondered if Andy Warhol brought up about Priscilla Presley haven't had caviar for ever the years she was with Elvis. And Elvis hates fish, so if she ever was caught eating fish in front of Elvis would throw her out. And she was dating, this is a year after Elvis's death, of course, Michael Edwards, a model. And Andy Warhol also comments about Priscilla Presley's nose is a lot wider than she saw in her pictures. This is interesting with Andy Warhol. I'm going to try to read Andy Warhol right here. This is very interesting. Yo. Let me see if I can post stuff live. I am live. It looks like I have to add another title to my YouTube. Elvis Presley. Not only I had to add like turkey and Hershey's hot chocolate puts me asleep. Presley hates fish. What a new one. I think I'm gonna change the title. Elvis Presley hates fish. What a discovery. All these years, Priscilla Presley never had caviar. All these years with Elvis. That is news. From the source of Andy Warhol Diary. Elvis Presley hates fish. Wow. Yo. I'll put secrets of Elvis Presley. Undiscovered secrets of Elvis Presley. Let me open this up before I. Yeah, I just did a new video earlier prior called Martian Skies Over Michigan. Because the sunset, I was filming the sunset, so I did like a blog. It's not even posted yet. And I just had a disaster with these videos. I'm just gonna delete those last few videos. Make sure I don't accidentally delete the wrong ones. Not really delete, but it was just so mute. Yep. Those last few videos were so muted. It just looks so ugh. I'm just gonna keep it private on those videos. See anything live? There. I can't edit this. Oh man, I can't edit this title. Let me open up another. Log this off. Well, I wonder if Elvis Presley doesn't even like salmon, doesn't like sushi. Elvis Presley does not like fish, doesn't like sushi. That's a big secret. That is newsflash. Elvis Presley does not like sushi, does not like. He wouldn't even like Japanese food. Elvis Presley wouldn't like Japanese food, anything fish related. Elvis Presley. From the source of Andy Warhol Diaries. Short, one of the short captions, if you play back, I was reading it, Andy Warhol. He goes, visits people. His diary goes from 1976 to the time of near his time of his death. I think it was 1986 he passed away, Andy Warhol. I think it was 1987. It was like maybe sometime in 1987 he passed away. It wasn't long. It wasn't long after Cars video. I think the Cars video came out a lot earlier. The Cars were like the band. The Cars were probably very big in the first half of the 80s more because of music, television. My God, my shirt looks wrinkled. I'll just sit up like this. It looks better. So I need to move. You know what? I'm going to move the camera a little bit higher. It doesn't much. There. That's way better. That is way better. Yo. Means I have to move the lighting a little bit higher. Oh. There. You don't want to put the light up below you because it looks like something out of a horror film. So I need to get two lights, like a key light, fill-in light, and overhead light. It's a little bit too bright. That is so much better. And there's a mirror right behind the screen, right behind the camera. I can see a big mirror of myself. I could see the reflection off this tablet. Have a little bit of a stubble right here. There's nothing wrong with growing a beard. Sometimes I grow it. I'd never try to grow my stubs too much. I'd probably have to have like a shaving stubs, keep it like this, because all you guys, when you go past certain 20s, you get upper 20s, you have to grow a beard so your face looks way better, more asymmetrical. That's the thing about beards. Some people look good with beards. I'm not really a bearded person. The only way I grow a beard is I would have to cut my hair short, and I don't really have I have a kind of like a okay face, a little bit of crooked nose, but Tom Cruise had a crooked nose. This looks so much better. This Andy Warhol book. It's like the right height. At least I found this Andy Warhol diary book. So, yo. There's one person watching. The only person that's watching is myself because I'm watching on my own cell phone. I wouldn't even know. So, I don't even know how long I've been on, but lighting makes things look better. Yo. Here's an interesting book, Zen Soup. Zen Soup. Tasty morsels of wisdom from the great minds of East and West. Some of these books have quotes, like really interesting quotes, but nowadays, you get a big, huge tablet. Well, if you don't really need all, you can read books digitally. Don't some people? Zen Soup. Tasty. Man. At least my voice sounds okay. And the volume's okay. I just accidentally triggered my YouTube so I can watch it. What would happen if I try to do both? Try to go live? It would cause a malfunction. I would have two screens. It would just be glitch if I turn this. If I have both YouTube live running, it'd be such a glitch. It'd be such a glitch. I looked away from the camera. Oh my gosh. I'm putting my glasses on. So, my hair looks awful. I need to dye it like a, what do you call it? Kind of like a bright color. Like a bright color. I used to dye my hair a lot all the time. It gets expensive. I used to go to one place. They lost the formula. I designed a formula for a certain hair color as one place. I don't know. East Lansing's not like East. I used to go to hair that school, that salon was a hair salon school, and get my hair cut, get it designed, colored. And I hadn't been there for years, and he lost the formula of my hair color. I used to dye it like red. I make it very, very red, but design it to look naturally red when it fades after about a week. And put copper color in it. You go like 2 shades above red, and it goes down to the shade you want. Red is a very hard color to natural red. But I might even dye it like bright blue or crayon or so. CRCYAN, that color. It costs a lot to get your nose pierced. I don't have funds for a nose pierced. I don't have funds for this. That's why I have to get Patreon so I can get funds. Help my art grow, help my image grow for entertainment purposes. That's what I want to do. I make films. I went to school for filmmaking. I went to school for I do poetry. But if I do poetry, I'll probably just do poetry on Patreon. You want to hear my poetry? If I get big investment, then I'll have to do a poetry about that person who gave me investment. That'd be a good idea. Patreon will help. I do have Patreon, but I have to get it working. It's kind of windy out. You can hear it in the background. So, oh man, yesterday is such a disaster doing the videos. So, I know how to do the right angles. I have a tendency to look away. That's why I wear glasses. I'm bad as Casey Natus when he broadcast. Famous YouTube blogger, Casey Natus. He was on a cover of CQ magazine for social media for that 1 year, many years ago, before Mr. Beast or PewDiePie or Sean Dawson, whatever his name is. I don't know, all the famous bloggers, the earlier ones. Or Smosh or something. I don't know, Smosh. There's this Legend of Zelda video called Smosh. Oh, what happened? He does a hip hop of Legend of Zelda. I like the name Link. People gave me names, and I might actually change my name legally to Link or something. Someone gave me the name Link Master. I always say yo a lot. I would say yo, 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 and Link Master yo, and it's a catchy name. Someone can find my site just by typing Link Master yo. There's no other Link Master yo on YouTube. Only myself. Yo, here to entertain people. And I look down at this. I look good. See how fast this goes? I don't know how long it takes for me to put my thumbs up. Actually, I want to try this. Here. That's how YouTube videos work. Usually takes about 10-20 seconds, maybe a minute. So anything's not really live. Give you an idea how the video works. It's like TV. TV is never really live. Ever since like Wardrobe Malfunction, was it Jester Tim? What's his name? Backstreet Boys and Janet Jackson, Wardrobe Malfunction. You always give a 10-second delay or a 30-second delay in broadcasting so you can correct things. Those people in the television, I interned at a television station. It's not pre-recorded. When They have like a script in front of them. They follow instruction, the name, interview. Everything is like step one, step two. Type in the name of their interviewing to. They have credits too. Sometimes it's not pre-recorded. They fade in the voice. Someone does announcer. Everything's live. The voice and everything. Narration's live. Some of those television stations, TV's not TV's. You just never know what goes on in TV, like documentary films. Oh, if you're a play director, you can't edit. Once a show goes on, the actors take over, the players, or you call them players, actor, performers. And they kind of like, if someone blows a line, they kind of like stay in character. I'd probably freak out. Oh no. I like it for actors. I like to see them with a bag of tricks. I'll probably start out as an entry director with short films, work my way to longer films. That's my plan. I went to school for filmmaking. I should use it for YouTubing because YouTubers nowadays make more than actors in films these days. A lot of people don't really go see movies these days. I don't know. Ever since the COVID, I guess people like to stay home. People have wide screens instead of box screens. Yo. Yeah, turkey. Let's go back to the title. Turkey and puts me asleep, so is hot chocolate. Turkey doesn't really put me asleep right away, but hot chocolate for sure does. Turkey would. Turkey is a good thing to eat. It's very healthy. I have one friend that hates turkey. He passed away years ago. A few years ago, he used to go see games with him. I like both Michigan State both Michigan State. I like Ann Arbor. I never told him that, but he was a Spartan fan because he's Greek. I never do till I moved up in the state. That rivalry in Michigan for Michigan is Michigan State, not Ohio State. Ohio State versus Michigan is one thing, but there was a story I heard when that friend he went to see Ohio State was it MSU against Ohio State, and during halftime they show the scores of different schools, and Ohio State was perplexed when they saw the scoreboard when hearing the cheering of MSU when Wolverines was losing. I like the Wolverines too. I really like them because I'm not an Ohio State fan, but let's go. And Ohio State fans were all perplexed about MSU cheering for Wolverines that were losing, the losing Wolverines. And Ohio State, most of Ohio State fans don't know the rivalry between Michigan and Michigan State. Their fight song is "They Don't Give a Damn for Ohio State, Michigan." It is brainwashed in Columbus. Columbus does not like Cleveland, does not like Akron. There's a lot of creativity in Akron, Cleveland, Kent. Columbus people are just annoying. A lot of them. Not all of them, most of them. It's kind of like the South, kind of like conservative. It's like that's enough to make former Governor Angler look liberal. It's enough to make Ann Corder look liberal. That's the average Columbus native I'm talking about. It's such a dark city. And I spent time there and I hate Columbus. I just don't like the people are just I talked to a fellow Akron in Columbus. I talked to a fellow Akron person. Hated Columbus. His roommate, one of his friends, he brought his best friend. His best friend moved out of Columbus. It was awful. He just wanted to finish school, get it over with, take extra classes so he graduates. Couldn't go out to live bars. It was just spooked him out, just like it spooked me out. I don't like Columbus. I hate the city sucks. Iggy Pop does a stage dive in Columbus. No one caught him. Pantera. When I was talking about when I many years ago, I was given name Link the same day when Pantera died. That's when my name Link came. I was talking about Columbus, how bad it is. And the same night, the Pantera, the massacre at the bar. It was the same bar where I had the worst experience doing poetry. Misfits went to Bernie's Down Under in Columbus. Worst venue in their life they ever played years ago. Columbus, Ohio. I talked to some DJ over there. They were supposed to have 10 bands show up. Only one showed up for Columbus. Nine Inch Nails. His dog dived off the balcony and died in Columbus, Ohio at Newport. Tori Amos. This is years ago. Tori Amos. Someone threw a bottle at her. Billy Corgan in Columbus, Ohio, got booed off the stage. Columbus, Ohio. Gives you an idea. It's kind of like malls. Before cell phones, malls in Columbus, Ohio had dress codes. There was one mall, Eastern Mall in Columbus, Ohio, outdoor mall. Looks like for Michigan people, looks like Eastwood Mall for these Michigan State people. I like I like Ann Arbor, of course. Dress codes. You cannot bring cameras. This is like, and it was like strict as an airport. This is like, I was told in 2000, the mall had like security that's, Columbus had state of art security. It's like a testing ground. And it's just the people don't say hi. I dated a few women. I brought her up to Akron. Of course, my father's from New York. People pass by, say hello, and she freaked out because she's not used to people saying hi and passing by. That just tells you how bad Columbus is. It's an awful city. You just go visit, but they might have a zoo. Before I go, Ohio, Cedar Point, Cleveland, Ohio. You have to make sure you go in the right areas of Cleveland. Tremont's a good area. Coventry Square is a good area in Cleveland. Coventry, Cleveland Heights, Little Italy, Museum Circle, and Akron, and Kent State. Kent State is pretty good. Has a lot of bars, just like East Lansing has a lot of bars. Some people from Ann Arbor goes all the way to East Lansing for the bars, but I don't really like East Lansing. It's okay, but for food delivery, a lot of stuff you drop off is pretty close. That's the reason why I go to East Lansing. I can only tolerate East Lansing. I like Ann Arbor a lot. I feel a good vibe, feel creative there. I like the Wolverines. Kent State. Oh yeah, MSU coach. What's his name? He's a coach of Alabama. He left MSU because head coach. He was like the best. He brought like MSU for the best. He's like football coach of Alabama. What's his name? Nick Saban. He's from Kent State. That's what I want to talk about. He's from Kent State. Buffalo Wild Wings is from Kent State. Of course, May 4th, you heard of student massacre, protest, May 4th. 4 students died, 12 got injured by National Guards. I go to Columbus, coming from Akron, have friends from Kent. You have teachers, Columbus State teachers that supports the Ohio National Guards that shot the students, shot the protesters and the college students at Kent State. National Guards. I'm talking about teachers and people. And a lot of Native people in Columbus supports the May 4th shooting. I interacted with a whole bunch of them. I'm talking about the locals in Columbus. It's enough to make Donald Trump look liberal. It's enough to make George Bush look liberal. That's Columbus, Ohio. It's enough to make the most conservative South look liberal. That's what I encounter. I've been in a lot of places. It's like a curse over there. It's like I felt like my life has been sucked out when I moved there. I was able to make friends like this anywhere I go, not just where I live, but throughout the country. And I suddenly lost it when I came to Columbus. Such bad luck. Such bad luck. Scary place. I don't recommend it unless you just go to school. There's all these neighborhoods in Columbus, upscale neighborhoods. What is it? Upper Arlington, Columbus, Ohio, Bexley, Worthington, and all the other places. I can't even think of it. I can't Wesner. I think that's his name. Like the richest guy in Ohio lives there. You know who lives in Columbus, Ohio? And of all this, what's his name? Still wild guitar. Eric Clapton lives in Columbus. Move to Detroit. You'll like it there, Eric Clapton. Columbus sucks. Detroit's awesome. Detroit is amazing. People are friendly, a lot of creative architecture, just like Cleveland. Cleveland's like Pittsburgh and Detroit. So, all right, another topic. About video yesterday, I was talking about LA fires. Most of it is put out, all contained. There's some rain that came by, some help. And there was a news article that Utah firefighters that were fighting the LA fires now came home. I was reading an article about it yesterday to make up what was lost in the video. Oh my God, it's 3 a.m. It's past midnight. Now it's Wednesday, midnight in Pacific time. 3 a.m. I gotta wrap this up. So, LA fires and drones. What they think of next? New Jersey drones. Is it still ongoing? I kind of stay away. If I see UFO, I kind of like run away, hide. I heard like myths of UFOs. You encounter them, they have microwave sensors, I've heard. And then you develop radiation sickness from the UFOs or something. That's what I hear. Sounds like Art Bell. Sounds like Coast to Coast. Coast to Coast. You know who else is like Coast to Coast? Some religious Christian one, Paul Begley. He always interviews like Mike Around the World. It's very interesting, but you just take it like a grain of salt. But listen to the paranormal stuff. It's that good. It is interesting as Paul Begley. But you have to watch on Thursday a certain time. And Mike Around the World, he's also known as Council of Time. He talks about events that happens. He's just like another Art Bell. You don't listen to his channel. It's so religious. If you're into religion, Christianity, you probably like it. But he brings up like, I used to listen to it, but I kind of like go forward. It's the only channel that puts me asleep too. Talking about putting me asleep. I don't know, it's just, I fall asleep. But Mike Around the World, when Paul Begley, that evangelist, he's not really like all the other evangelists. He'll bring up, he kind of like does quotes like from old school MTV songs. He probably watched MTV, but he's probably the most progressive evangelist of all, Paul Begley. Talks about events and what's going on, like kind of like Art Bell. It's not like one of these boring Christian evangelists. I find this is the only Christian evangelist that's the most interesting, like listening to Art Bell. It's only on for 1 hour of Paul Bexley. You have to fast forward it till Mike Around the World, usually late at night. I'm not into that stuff, religion. I don't even talk about religion. Just food for thoughts. What's the weather like? Snow's melting. Probably be mud on the ground, so I better not walk on the grass. It's going to warm up in the 40s tomorrow in the center part of Michigan, then get cold again. Like I said before in yesterday's, which I didn't mention, I mentioned on video, but it was mute. Winters for Michigan, the worst time is usually, the extreme winters is usually the last week of January. Matter of fact, the blizzard of 78, way back, ancient, old school, 78 was January 26th. It was like warm. I read the article. It was warm one day. All this front going everywhere, hit the Great Lakes states, mostly Detroit and Cleveland, Michigan, Cleveland. It didn't really affect Akron as much because Akron and Cleveland, and then you go northeast of Cleveland, northeast of Ohio, that gets the most snow. When you're close to Erie, Pennsylvania, another 30 miles or 40 miles, you're in Erie, Pennsylvania. After Ohio state line on I-90, then you're in Erie. It's way up north. That's where the worst snow is, near the lake effect. What is it called? Snowbelt lake effect. Like Cleveland will get 2 feet of snow, and Akron get 1 foot of snow. Kent, from what I know, Kent State, Kent area. I heard Kent schools are the last ones to close. All the schools in Akron will close, but Kent doesn't. Kent, Ohio. Akron's not a bad area. Akron's okay. It's kind of okay. It's mediocre. Every mediocre cities have upscale places, nice places. Cleveland's kind of nice to go to. Museum Circle. It's like area in Cleveland, a bunch of museums. I feel like hot chocolate's taking. It's like I feel like I drank hot chocolate. I'm feeling tired. So I'm gonna wrap this up for tonight. It's finally Wednesday in Pacific time. Had another video coming out. Martian skies over Michigan, Michigan and Lansing. I like Ann Arbor. It's not far. Grand Rapids is not even that far. Another hour west. Go west. Thing about, I love Ann Arbor. There's Wolverine fans all over Lansing, too. No one really cares. If you go Columbus, people will sabotage your car. It'll be like, if you wear a Wolverine outfit, even a Michigan State outfit, go Ohio State area, Columbus, people will chase you. Ohio State fans will chase you like zombies of World War Z, the movie with Brad Pitt. So be careful out there if you go there. These people are nuts over there. Buckeyes people are nuts. I think Brutus's face, the mascot's face, looks like dog turd. That's Brutus's face. I'm not much, I don't know, I used to kind of like Michigan. I never liked Michigan State as much. I like them, but I like U of M better. Go Blue. We have 2 Big Ten schools in the state of Michigan. Ohio should have a Big Ten school. Why don't you make Kent State another Big Ten school? If you want to be better in Michigan, why don't you have two Big Ten schools in your state, Ohio? I came from Ohio, Northeast, the good part with Devo, came from all these artists, so I came from the good part. And my father, my real biological father, not my adopted father, my real father is a New Yorker, Greenwich Village. So I had two dads in my life, a biological and adopted father. Thought he was my real father, and I find out, I don't know. Yo. Oh, I gotta say yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. Yo, 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 yo. All right, I'm gonna wrap up. Be safe out there. Be safe out there. Look out for my Patreon coming out and other sites. I will have a Facebook site strictly for Linkmaster Yo and X, and it was a Twitter, X, Instagram, etc., etc., and etc. Yo, yo, yo. And don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe or hit the notifications. If I broadcast live, the playback usually takes a whole day to show up, so I'll make sure it has a pre-recorded time broadcast. Help me grow so I can bring more entertainment, travel the world, interview interesting people, maybe famous people or different people throughout. Help me. Subscribe, and maybe I'll have crowdfunding too eventually, and Patreon. I make films and I do a little music, poetry also, and play direct. Yo. So, anyway, I just want to say, yo, how do I turn this off? I don't know if I can turn this off. I have to go around. So, I just want to say, jolly good. Good morning, London. And good evening, California, New York, anywhere between California and New York, give or take. And good morning, you have a good morning, UK people. Or Ireland or EU, have a good morning. Have a good morning, London. Yo, later.